Today I want to talk about a couple of fall and winter trends that I'm seeing that I think will age well. And as always, you guys know that the trends that I talk about, they're very classic things. Like I used to go on trend forecast websites and like the whole Harper's Bazaar and all these things, but a lot of the stuff that they talk about on there are not very wearable trends. So I don't even go on there anymore. I just kind of like see like what I'm pinning on Pinterest, what I'm liking on Instagram, what I'm seeing just in general that I personally like. And a lot of these things are just like pretty timeless things that we're just seeing a lot of now. So I know that I named this video trends, but just take it with a grain of salt. But some things are a little trendier than others. So cape trenches or just cape silhouettes in general. I think that depending on the silhouette, okay, so if you get something that's like super cropped, I don't think that it's going to stand the test of time as much as something that is more of a classic length in this cool shape. I think just play around with, if you are going to dabble in this trend, just play around with the length and the silhouette. I've seen a million different renditions of this, and a lot of them I think are something that even if you buy it today, like it's something that you can wear for years and years and years, and it just looks sick. Okay, like it just looks really cool. I'm a big fan of more interesting silhouettes. That's one of the points that I'm going to talk about in this video. Like incorporating interesting silhouettes in your wardrobe, if you already have all the basics, is something that I'm always talking about, and it's a foolproof way to elevate your wardrobe. Okay, so if you already own a regular trench, getting a cape trench or something in like a cool silhouette, I personally think will stand the test of time. Similar to this, just shawls or ponchos. I've been loving just like see-through or like mesh ones, just regular ones, like even if it's opaque, knit ones. It is such a nice way to layer and add dimension. You guys know how I feel about light layering. This is a great way because you get a very light, like sheer fabric. It's something that you could wear the entire year. It's like, night out outfit. Like I love it. I think that pairing it with like a long unitard or just like a capri unitard underneath and throwing this poncho over, I think it looks so cool. Throw some heels on and it just, I don't know, there's something about it. It looks so elegant. So I am going to be incorporating some. I think Etsy has some, like they have so many different fabrics. If you want something warmer, you could get like a wool one. If you live in a hotter climate, you could get like a sheer one or something that's, just a lighter fabric or gauze, or there's so many renditions of this. I love it so much. I think it looks so elegant. Really quickly, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Quince. I've mentioned Quince a couple of times on my channel, and I personally love everything that I've tried from them. At Quince, they believe that quality shouldn't be a luxury, and pretty much everything on their site, everything I've tried from them are just classic basics that will stand the test of time. Their products just feel nicer and last longer on purpose, and I have experienced this. I've washed a ton of their stuff over and over and over again, and I've personally had good experience with their fabrics and the quality of their stuff. They choose premium materials. Sustainability is built into everything that Quince does. Whenever possible, Quince chooses organic materials, environmentally conscientious packaging, and ethical business practices. They believe that everyone should have access to nice things, and the way that they're able to keep their prices so low is that they have a factory direct model that cuts out the supply chain middlemen. They have free shipping on all orders, and I talk about how much I absolutely love that they have 365-day returns. I got 5 pieces from them that I'm so excited to style for all of fall and winter. The first thing is actually what I'm wearing today. So this is their cotton cashmere ribbed sleeveless midi dress, and this is mocha heather. So this heather brown I've been absolutely in love with. I don't know how to explain it, but it has like little speckles similar to how you would see like a gray heather hoodie. Like heather gray is a lot more popular, but this heather brown, I need everything in this. I own this dress in black as well. It is one of the most flattering dresses that I own. I love the neckline, and this ribbed material is just stunning. It obviously works really well now with the belly, but postpartum it's going to be even more beautiful. I think it's going to sit a little lower because the belly does bring up the dress a little bit. So I think it's going to be actually longer once I don't have the belly, and I love it so much. This is their ultra stretch ponte kick flare pant. I talked about in my last video how pants like this, like shorter or more cropped pants, they just go with pretty much every shoe. But if you want to wear ballet flats or flats in general, I think that they just look so much better with either a straighter pant or a shorter, more cropped pant. than they do with something that's very wide leg, because your shoe, like there's something about the balance of the shoe, like the shoe looks so tiny compared to the wide leg pant that I'm not a fan of. So I was in the market for cropped pants, so I've been adding a couple to my collection, and I really love these. They are so incredibly comfortable. You have to remember, I am very pregnant right now. I didn't think they were gonna fit. They fit. They're pull on, they don't have a closure or anything, they don't have a zipper, they're very stretchy, and the waistband is very comfortable. I was a little scared that I wasn't gonna love the waistband, but it sits very flat. Love the little flare. It has a little slit on the side. My ankles and my calves are swelling. Like I'm in the 3rd trimester, so I'm a little bit more swollen. So just keep that in mind. Like these pants, they're not gonna be like as tight probably on you, but I love them. I'm obsessed with this silhouette. I've been talking about how much I love windbreakers or just funnel neck pieces in general, whether it's a sweater or any type of outerwear. It's everywhere at the moment. Fashion is cyclical. We've seen this in the past. You can probably go and thrift something if you don't want to buy something brand new, but this is just such a beautiful jacket. So this is their water repellent windbreaker jacket. I styled it a little bit more like sporty. I actually just styled it with a tank dress that I've had for years. Right now it fits me like a regular like tunic top, my capris, and just some flats, and my canvas bag, and it's just giving like kind of like Pilates vibes. I don't know, I like it. It does have a hidden hoodie. The hoodie is very big, like it sits like here. It's like having an attached umbrella pretty much. I'm sorry if it's like, it's thundering really loudly here. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's so cool because you can actually tuck it in to the flap that makes the funnel. Like it comes with a button and you roll out the hoodie, and then when you don't want to use it, you just roll it back in, and it doesn't look like it has a hoodie, which is something that I was kind of picky about. I wanted a jacket that didn't have a hoodie, but the fact that it does have a hoodie is just so much more practical. And it also has cinching on the bottom on both sides. I got their Mongolian cashmere oversized crew neck sweater, and I showed you guys a couple of ways. My favorite way, you guys know, is either tied on the hips right now, or if I wasn't pregnant, obviously like tied a little bit more on my waist. And I love throwing it over my shoulders. I just think that there's something so elegant and effortless about it. But I also showed you, how it looks like on. So this is very similar to, you guys know, I love their regular cashmere crew neck. I have that one in a couple of colors. It's a lot thinner. This one is a little bit more oversized and slightly thicker, but not to a point where it's like really hot and like unwearable for me. I have to double check on the color. I'm gonna link everything down below, so be sure to check it out, because they have a brown and then they have a heather brown, and I love them both. I don't know which brown this is. I think it's the regular brown, but I also really love their heather brown, but I'll link the exact one down below. Both of them are just so good. All of the colors that they have are just so good. Finally, I got this leather shirt jacket. This is in the color mushroom, which is kind of like a grayish beige color, taupey color, and I love it so much. It is so comfortable. The length is probably my favorite thing right now. I love how you get the casualness of something that is shorter but not too short, like a regular jacket that hits you like at the waist or shorter, but you also get like the elegant aspect of it that you would find in a coat that is longer. So it's like in the middle. The leather is very soft. The inside is very soft as well, and it's just so like movable and so, elegant but wearable. So that's it. I will link every single thing down below. And with Quince, they're very good about, like, if you put yourself on a wait list for something, if like your size is sold out, they're very good about emailing you as soon as it's available. So their stock is constantly coming in and out. So just put yourself on a wait list. If something is, sold out at the moment, they're very good about restocking pretty quickly. So yeah, I will link every single thing down below. And thank you so much, Quince, for sponsoring this portion of the video. Shorter pants, because they're always gonna look better with flats. Flats is something that is never gonna go out of style. Like, everybody has their favorite pair of just like either ballet flats or regular flats in their collection. And I think that shorter pants, whether it's a straight pant that hits you like at the ankle, a barrel pant, a kick flare pant, culottes, just anything shorter, I think always looks better with this silhouette, or just like a straighter pant that's shorter. So it is something that we're seeing everywhere now. Yes, like the whole kick flare, the capri, all of this. Now, capris are definitely trendier. Personally, I love them. I'm a little bit more hesitant to talk about capris as opposed to just a shorter pant. If you want a more, slightly more wearable or classic silhouette than just getting like a kick flare pant or something that's hitting you, even if it's a capri that's hitting you like mid-calf, I think is a little bit more, like you're more safe to purchase something like that and not be afraid of it just like being, you know, like too trendy or going out of style, than if you get something a little shorter, like a true capri. Personally, I love capris, but we're talking about things that I really, really do think are more classic and that we're seeing everywhere right now. And I think that these like kick flare or just slightly longer cropped pants or like straight fitting pants, you're safer to purchase them and not be afraid of them like going out of style. These longer necklaces that we're seeing everywhere, we've been seeing them everywhere for some time now. I think that they will definitely stand the test of time. Now, if you want to get a more wearable version, I think that just sticking to pendants that are slightly more subtle is key. Like this is very like in your face. Personally, I love it. If you want something that's even more wearable than this, then just sticking to something that, yes, is long, but it has more of a subtle pendant. So I recently got one from Nuri Studios, which I love, a silver one. Just like anything like this, I'll show you guys a couple of examples that doesn't have like a pendant that's like too in your face. Even though I dabble in the trend, even though I love it, like always sticking to something that is slightly more subtle when it comes to, you know, like jewelry and stuff, I think is just, you can't go wrong. We're seeing a lot of longer silhouettes now, especially with tops. And I just think that these longer necklaces just make the outfit, I always feel like I'm missing something, you know? So your proportions is another thing. Like if you're somebody that's very, very petite, then maybe something like this, it might overpower you. But if you have broad shoulders or you're not petite or you're tall or you have a long torso, then these kinds of necklaces are great because it really draws the eye to like the middle of the torso, which I always talk about. Like if you have broad shoulders, it creates like this like triangle effect, which really balances things out. Like it's something that's very balancing to the eye. If I sound like I'm out of breath throughout this video, it's because I am. Funnel neck outerwear. I've been seeing these windbreakers everywhere and I'm a huge fan. I love this silhouette so much. I think that it is not going anywhere. Even if it does, like I don't care. I will continue to wear it because I think that it just looks so elegant. It's just like a higher neck silhouette. It's like a turtleneck, you know, like it's such a classic thing, even though we're seeing it everywhere now. So any rendition of a funnel neck, I am loving, but I really love these windbreakers. You can dress them up, you can dress them down. Dressing up a windbreaker, I will say, is definitely more trendy. It's fun, you know, like if you purchase a funnel neck windbreaker, dressing it up now, like it's fun. You like just dabble in the trend, like you have it, you own it already, you know. The good thing about it is that you could always just dress it down and wear it how it's intended to be worn as a windbreaker, which is definitely more like sporty. Though even if a certain piece is styled in a trendy way, like dressing up a windbreaker with like heeled flip-flops, I personally love it with like capris, fun, trendy, but will that styling stand the test of time? Maybe not, but a windbreaker will, because you can style it differently. You can dress it down. But if you want something that's a little bit more elegant than just like a funnel neck trench or jacket in general, I love these tunic tops or these long line tops. I used to wear tunic tops back in the day. I've always been tall. I've always had a long torso. So this silhouette just works really well for me because it's like really not that long on me. It hits me like at a very comfortable length. So it is something, you know, that has it's cycled back around. However, I do think that they have modernized a lot of them to be more of like a straighter fitting or more loose fitting kind of top. Or you just get like a mini dress that you can wear as a mini dress during the summer or the spring, and you wear it now with like capris or however you want to style it, with like pants. I really love them with just like straight pants or like wide leg pants as well, or even these like kick flare pants. But these longer shirts, it's something that you can tuck in. Like you can just like slouch it up, tuck it in on the side, or wear it as a dress, you know? So something that you can style in a trendy way, but also style in a non-trendy way, like with the whole windbreaker, like how you can style it how it's intended to be styled, or style it the trendy way. Same thing with a tunic top or a long line top. Okay, so you can use it as a dress, or you can like tuck it in a little bit, you know, when the style is not like as trendy anymore. So the versatility makes it stand the test of time. So there's so many renditions of this style top. I would just stick to like just a classic like tank or shirt. Talked about this in the past, like I don't even know how many. A lot of the things that I talk about in a lot of my videos I repeat. I always try to include new things, but a lot of the stuff I'm going to repeat because it's stuff that I'm loving for this, you know. And I wear a lot of the things that I own, or a lot of the like styling that I like. I repeat it. Like that is how you get use out of your closet. You repeat things. So these sheer knits with either a contrasting bralette underneath. The good thing is that you can put whatever you want on the bottom. So right now I'm really loving a contrasting bralette. So if I get like a white sheer knit, love it with like a black triangle top. But you can always just put like a white tank and get like, you know, that white on white contrast, and it just like, it adds dimension. It looks a lot more interesting than if you just have an opaque white knit and that's it. So you can just pretty much use whatever you want under, like whatever color you want under, but this either white on white or white on black I love. So just like sheer knit tops in general. Big slouchy bags, shapeless bags. I feel like I talk about this all the time. This is honestly even for the spring and summer. I'm not a huge fan of structured bags. I always prefer something that is a little bit slouchier, more wearable, more effortless. You guys know I love my bag, like the charm bag that I have from Sangma. That one is really slouchy, but a lot of the bags that I have are just very slouchy. But right now I'm seeing just like big suede slouchy bags, and there's something about them. You know, when you're on Pinterest, if you're like an avid pinner like me, and you see something that you always pin, like it's the same, you always pin this pin. No matter how many times you've pinned it, you always just, you can't, like it's like the mouse is just drawn to it, like you just have to pin it. Big slouchy suede bags is it for me. Like there's something about it that I just love so much. So yeah, just like any slouchy big bag for this time of year, I'm a huge sucker for any animal print, but I'm very picky with animal prints. I love textured, like has to have, you know, like fur, whether it's like preferably faux fur, but like realistic looking, just like textured. Okay, nothing like fake looking. Okay, even if it's like not real fur, like I want it to have texture. I want it to look, you know, like authentic. You can thrift these, or I'll show you guys some examples. I've been seeing like this like deer print, which I really like, but we've seen the tiger print, leopard print, cow print. If you can find something that like doesn't have hardware, just like a very simple, like the print is doing the work for the bag, and in like a slouchy one. Interesting shapes and basics. So I think it was last fall already? Or last winter? DENIM came out with this like hourglass shaped t-shirt. Now they have an off the shoulder one, but this kind of like just interesting shape in a blazer, a cardigan, any top. I've been seeing denim like jackets or denim shirts with like a cinched waist, this like hourglass kind of shape. Just again, getting a classic and getting it in a more elevated or like interesting version. Like if you already own a t-shirt, getting it in this like silhouette is everything. If I'm gonna add something new to my closet, I want it to be something that I know I can wear a million times. And if it's, you know, obviously like a black t-shirt I wear so much, so if I get a black t-shirt in like this interesting silhouette, I know that I'm gonna wear it so much, but it's gonna elevate my outfit a lot more than a regular black t-shirt. You know, so I'm a huge advocate for getting things in interesting silhouettes if you already own the regular basic of it and love it and wear it all the time. So yeah, we've been seeing it in outerwear and I love it. I'm a huge fan. Browns on browns, these heather browns, just rich chocolate browns in general. We've seen them, we love them. Really loving this kind of like speckled brown now, which is it's called heather brown. We see heather gray all the time. Well, now this like heather brown, like this top, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it because it's super gloomy, but it's called heather brown, but just browns on browns, okay? This is something that we see all the time, but I just really gravitate towards browns for this time of year. Brown suede, or just adding like suedes to your brown on brown outfit. I love but just like, you know, like knits, any brown on brown, you cannot go wrong. I love it so much. Nothing screams fall to me more than pulling out your chocolate tones, pulling out all of the browns that you have, all the brown knits and sweaters and cardigans, and just mixing them all together. I love it. Denim on denim the whole year. Like, it's always going to be a part of these videos of, you know, things that are just gonna stand the test of time and age really well, because it just, you can switch up the silhouette for the season. It's just something that always works. Okay, right now I'm really loving like indigo, very deep blue denim on denim, but just like year round. Like I love it so much. It is such a classic. It's such an easy outfit, but it's so effective. Like, it just looks so good and stylish and interesting. Denim on denim always and forever. I think it's just a classic at this point, but a lot of people consider it like trendy. I don't know. Skirts, I feel like we're seeing skirts a lot more. I don't know if it's because I'm pregnant and skirts just like, it's one of the easiest things for me to wear right now, especially like elastic waisted skirts, but I've just been seeing them styled everywhere. So pencil skirts, maxi skirts, plaid skirts, suede skirts, midi skirts, pleated skirts, like every kind of skirt paired with like a knit or just like anything. Like, I love it. I think that I really like, I didn't really have a good skirt collection, and now I do. Like, I've been adding it throughout pregnancy, but I know obviously since they're elastic waistband, it's something that's going to fit me postpartum as well, and it's going to be really comfortable. You know, it's like all of these like very comfortable elastic waisted bottoms I've been incorporating into my wardrobe, and I'm excited to style a lot of things that I wore during pregnancy, like postpartum, and see how it looks. If you find something in an interesting silhouette, even better. I got these from a brand called Rudy. They have this like layered skirt that is so cool. I got it in a brown. I'm so excited to style it, but I think that just like skirts in general, like making skirts like more casual, because I feel like it's definitely something that was viewed, especially like pencil skirts, like it's something that's viewed as a more like elegant or not as wearable piece. But if you style it right, you can definitely wear it like every day. Like it's a casual everyday piece. You just have to style it casually, you know? So yes, I recently mentioned a plaid skirt that I got from Fabrique that I had to improvise the styling because it doesn't fit me on the waist right now, but I love it. I think that you can just throw something like that on with a tank top and it just looks so good, and like throw a jacket over and you're done, you know? And there's something so like feminine about it, but you can edge it up and really balance it out. So I want to get like a suede one, like a flowy, comfy suede skirt. I've talked about plaid again for the past couple of videos. Just like go to the thrift store men's section and get a button down, like a plaid button down, or just like any checked button down. Tie it on your waist or just wear it as like an oversized opened up button up. And I love it with like a jacket. Like even if you're wearing like a long sleeve jacket, like throwing it on your waist and adding that layer, like I just think it looks so cool. Plaid always brings, well, depending on the plaid, but I think that it always brings like such edge to an outfit. So I added that skirt from Fabrique, but I am gonna go thrift a plaid shirt. Honestly, like a plaid bag would be so cute. I don't think I've seen one. Just like any little hint of plaid in your outfit. So that's it. Those are trends or things that I'm just seeing everywhere at the moment that I personally really love and think will stand the test of time. And again, I will link every single thing that I talked about from Quince down below, so be sure to check out the description. Thank you so much, Quince, for sponsoring this video, and I will see you in my next video.